Morning Queenslanders, welcome to an OCC Queensland Daily Weather Update today, the 20th of March 2023. My name's Chris Nitto. This update brought to you by TownsvilleSheds.com, our major sponsor. Check them out if you're in the market for a shed-safe accredited shed. Alright, here we've got a low pressure system located to the west of Vanuatu. It's drifted northwards over the last 24 hours. You can see it's just partially obscured there by some mid-level cloud. If we take a look at the computer modelling estimates over the next 24 hours, that system should be moving, let's try and find it, there we go. That system should be moving to the west. You can see here gradually moving to the west over the next 24 hours and should be gradually moving to the west into the northern Coral Sea over the next few days. We'll keep an eye on it, but at this stage expected to remain relatively weak as it drags itself westwards. Just a reminder, for more information on that system and also a system off WA's coastline this week, check out join.ozcyclonechasers.com.au where we go into a lot more depth and detail and we also look a lot further ahead. Thank you to those of you who are already subscribers and are supporting our work. All right, for the rest of Queensland right now, we're seeing showers on the northeastern parts of the Cape coastline. We're seeing significant rainfall off the Cape coast into the Gulf of Carpentaria, and that'll start pushing into the Northern Territory today. We're also seeing a second trough system located here. This was located northeast of Willis Island yesterday. Today it's located northwest of Willis Island. Tomorrow it'll be located on the coastline. We're also seeing the southern extension. There's another little surface trough in here, an easterly wave in here, which is enhancing shower activity around the Mackay district and will continue to do so through today and peaking this evening tonight across that Mackay to Townsville region and will gradually shift northwards. What the hell am I talking about? Let's have a quick look here at the computer models. That'll make it a little bit more obvious. Alrighty, so you can see all this little grey blue bit tells us that there's a possibility of some isolated shower activity. Look, we're not too interested in all this stuff. Generally fairly light shower activity across the region, but nuisance shower activity nonetheless if you get under it. Very isolated convection possible around the Isa district and through the Gulf country. We're already seeing some convection there this morning. We're also expecting to see convective cells developing across the northern parts of Cape York Peninsula. You can see this massive rain and cloud activity off the northwest to the northwest of Willis Island this morning. As we progress through the day, you'll notice big increase in shower activity around that Mackay Whitsundays area through the afternoon into the evening. You'll also notice as we get into the afternoon and evening, big increase in shower and rain activity in the North Tropical Coast District. And then as we go into tonight, you'll see that shower activity around the North Tropical Coast District gets firmly entrenched into that area. So that's that big mass that we're seeing to the northwest of Willis, tracking westwards, and this is that secondary maximum that I talked about around the Mackay district. Overnight tonight, we're expecting that to shift northwards through the Burdekin and into the Townsville region by tomorrow morning. We're going to see that area of rain in the North Tropical Coast shift a little bit northwards tomorrow as well, but then we're going to see this area come up through the coastline into the Cassowary Coast region tomorrow. The expectation to see widespread shower activity from this around the Cassowary Coast tomorrow, and this area here pushing a little bit further northwards into the central Cape York Peninsula region tomorrow too. So a little bit complicated because we've got two sort of main rain producing systems. This one here is the obvious one, but there's another little subtle one that'll just become a little bit more enhanced as we go into the next 24 hours, developing around that Mackay Whitsundays region and then shifting northwards fairly quickly in through the Townsville district and then up towards the Cassowary Coast tomorrow. Right, rainfall accumulation between now and when we talk tomorrow morning. You can see some very isolated convective cells expected over the western parts of the state. A couple of showers down here, a couple of showers over here. Quite a few showers around that Mackay Whitsundays region. Look, nothing spectacular, but just quite a few nuisance showers developing there, particularly as I mentioned later this afternoon into early this evening before shifting northwards. Notice at the Burdekin coastline, it's sort of touch and go about whether those showers actually hit the coast or not because of the type of flow that we're getting on this section of coastline. It's not the best section of coastline to be getting showers in a southeasterly flow from, and then once we get north of Rolling Stone, it becomes a little bit more obvious that those showers will impact the coast. And you can see here around the North Tropical Coast some locally heavy falls are expected to develop over the next 24 hours and also through the central parts of Cape York Peninsula. And you can see there's other little bits of blue and grey all over the shop. Not too interested in those, but just be aware there's a little bit of isolated shower activity across these areas of grey and blue bits inland of the coastline as well. Obviously, with a trough system near Willis Island this morning, that's going to enhance southeasterly winds on its southern side, so just be aware of that. Those southeasterly winds are going to peak this afternoon, this evening, across that north tropical coast to the north of Cairns. Expect to see gusts up to around 30-35 knots there, so obviously not a great idea to be going out on the water anywhere north of Cairns with that surface trough in operation through that region. Outside of that, there's also that little weak surface trough around Mackay, so obviously not a great idea to be on the water between sort of that St Lawrence to the Townsville district either. particularly as we go into this evening and tonight across that region. You'll notice the surface trough pushes further northwards up into the Cape tomorrow, and this surface trough pushes further northwards through the Herbert region tomorrow as well. So the idea is that those southeasterly winds will spread, those stronger southeasterly winds will spread northwards tomorrow. It's going to be extremely uncomfortable, bordering on dangerous tomorrow on the waters, with widespread wind gusts of 30 to 35 knots in offshore waters developing through tomorrow. That's it from me. Enjoy those showers. Don't forget, subscription service if you want to know a hell of a lot more detail about what's going on over the next 24, 48 and beyond. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.